Good morning. Good morning. My name is Cheryl, and I am from the YMCA in the Southern Branch, and this is going to be a barre class. So for the barre class today, we are going to do most of the workout standing up, but then at the very end, we are going to go down to the floor and do some core work and then stretch. All the equipment that you need today is a chair and a set of light weights. You could use water bottles or weights. Or whatever it is that you have. I'm just going to use a couple light weights for the workout today. So I'm going to just set those to the side. Now, I'm not going to play any music so that it doesn't interfere with my voice. So if you have your phone, your playlist nearby, you can play some music, and that way you can sing along as we do our workout. Okay, so we are going to start. I'm going to set my watch here. Okay, we're going to start by doing a little warm up. We're just going to warm up that body. It's nice and early. We just woke up, at least I did. Okay, so we're going to just start with a little warm up, just getting everything moving, and then we're going to go into our barre workouts. Okay, this workout's going to work your legs, your butt, your core, and your arms. Okay, so we're going to start right here. Those feet are just right below those hips. And we're going to come down and reach. That booty's just coming back and down, just warming up those legs and those arms, getting everything moving. Now let's come up on those toes and reach on those toes. Now everything we do can be modified. If you don't want to come up on your toes, you can just stay on your heels. So you do what you can do. And as we're doing the workout, if I'm going too long with a certain move, you can just take a break and just shake it out. But try and follow along and stay with me so that you can get those results that I know you all want. Okay, 2 more. And last one. And those arms come out and those knees come up. Here we go. Just lifting those knees up, arms stay up. Now I'm going to take that elbow and I'm going to crunch it across to that opposite knee. Warming up those obliques, that core. Bring those arms up a little higher, a little more of a reach. There you go. 2 more. Last one. Now I'm going to do a side lunge to the side. Here we go. Well, side lunge. There we go. Now, this leg is straight. My leg is bent. And I'm just going to make a little circle with those arms, warming up those shoulders a little bit. And then I'm going to reverse it. There we go. And hold. I'm going to place this hand, and I'm going to reach it over and reach. Two more. Now, last one. I'm going to turn into a lunge, and I'm going to bring that knee down, and then I'm going to reach it up. Elbows come back. Here we go. Knee, reach. 2 more. And last one. And I'm going to turn back to my side lunge. I'm going to step it back up, and then I'm going to step to the other side in that side lunge. Make that little circle with those arms. And reverse. And 5. And hold. Place that hand on that thigh. And reach it over. Warming up that core. And 3. And 2. And last one. Turn to that lunge. Elbows come back. And reach it up. Two more. And last one. And we're going to step it back to the center. Now we're going to stay on our feet, and then we'll come down at the end to do that core. Okay. So, and just make sure you have some water close by. You might need a little glass of water every once in a while. Okay. So we are going to start with my chair. Now, if you don't have a chair, you can just use your balance and use your core. You can use the wall, whatever you have that's convenient. Okay, so I'm going to take this chair and I'm just going to hold on to it just for that balance. And I'm going to take my leg, my right leg, and I'm going to bring that knee up. Okay, now I'm going to bring the knee up and then I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it up and then I'm going to bring it back. So my leg is staying bent, if you notice, 90 degrees. I'm going to bring it up and back for 8 and 7. Okay, last one. I'm going to bring it back. So now my leg's at 90 degrees. Now I'm going to bring that foot up, just a little pulse for 8, 7, 5, 3, and hold. Now I'm going to press it back. I'm going to flex that foot, press it back, and push for 8, 7, 5, 3, and hold it right there. Now that leg's at 90 degrees. I'm going to bring it to the side. Bring it out to that side. So it would be here. There you go. And we have 8, 6, 4. Now I want you to lift that leg up nice and high and add that little pulse, keeping it lifted nice and high for 8, 6, 4, and hold it right there. We're just going to hold that pose. So I'm facing that chair. It's just for balance. I'm going to leave that leg up nice and high and hold it there for 8, 6, 4. Now I'm going to take it across. I'm going to cross it over and I'm going to sit in my chair, my invisible chair that is, and I'm going to add just a small little pulse. So now I'm on one leg and it's a small little movement for 8, 6, 4, and hold. I'm going to come up on that toe if I can, and I'm going to add that pulse. Now, if you don't want to come up on that toe, you don't have to. Stay on that heel for 8, 6, 4, and last one. Heel comes down, bring it up, and step it up. There you go. Now, I'm going to cross that other leg over and stretch. That was a little booty burn there. Okay. Now, the other side. So now my left leg. Now remember, I started with just lifting it up. There it is at 90 degrees. And then I brought it back. And up. And I brought it back. And we have 8. 3. Okay, last one, bring it back. Now, I'm just going to move that foot, bringing it up, little kick up for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Flex that foot, press it back. Little press for 8, 4, and hold. There we go. Now, cross that leg over. Sit in that chair. So I'm sitting in my imaginary chair. And just add that little pulse, little small 1-inch movement, bringing that booty back and down for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Now come up on that toe, up on that toe. Add that little pulse. If you can, like I said, anytime I come up on my toe, you don't have to. You can always just stay on that heel. And 5, 3, and last one. Heel comes down and uncross. There we go. Awesome. Awesome first set there, right? Oh, cross that leg over. My booty's burning, and that's a good sign. Okay, grab some water, and let's keep going. Now, I'm going to take my chair. I'm going to go put it, let's see, there you go. I'm going to put it up back on this side. Okay, now, I'm going to take this outside leg, and I'm going to take it out to my side, okay? Now, I'm going to take it out to the side, and I'm just going to lift it up. So now it's in the air. So all my weight is on this leg that's closest to the chair, Okay, now this arm can be up to keep that balance. It can be out, it can be forward, it can be on your hip. You do what you feel comfortable with, okay? Now, I want you to take this foot and I want you to give me a little circle, just a little rotation around that little circle, just a small circle. Bring it around for 8, 7, 3, and now reverse the circle in the other direction for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Now I want you to reverse, but I want you to bring that leg around in a bigger circle. So it's coming up and around. I am moving my arm down for this. Okay, it's going to be coming up and around. It's only that leg is moving up and around. A nice big circle. There we go. For 8 and 7, 6, 5, 3. Now we're going to reverse that circle. Now remember, everybody's big circle is different. So someone may be bringing their leg up and around way more than me or less. It is your workout, so you do what you can do. Big circle. And we have 5 and 4. Now last big circle and bring it forward. There we go. Woo. Now my foot is forward. 12 o'clock. Give me that little circle lifted in the air. It's lifted in the air. Little circle. I'm going to come back so you can, I just want to make sure you can see my foot. There you go. For 5, 3. Now reverse that little circle for 8, 6, 3, and hold. Okay, you know it's coming. Reverse, but I want a big circle. Here we go. Bring it up and around for 8, 6, 3. Okay, reverse that circle. There you go. For 8, 4. Oh, and last one. And bring it down. Okay, now stretch that leg out a little bit. I'm going to turn to face my chair. Okay, same leg. This outside leg I was just doing. Okay, same leg. I'm going to bring it behind. Now I'm standing up nice and straight. Chair's just for balance, and I'm going to lift. And lift for 8, 6, 3. Now, I want you to just point that toe and add a little pulse with it lifted. Little pulse. The leg is lifted for 8, 6, 4. Last one. I want you to hold it there. Now, I want you to lean down and put those elbows on that chair. And I want you to lift that leg up a little bit higher. Leg up is a little bit higher. Hips are squared to the floor. Leaning forward. Now, I'm going to make that little circle with that leg. That foot's coming around that little circle, whichever direction you want, because you know we've got to reverse it. Now, I'm leaning forward so that leg can be up a little higher. Now, reverse, other direction for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Okay, I want it to come around. Big circle. Right here at 6 o'clock. Nice and high. Okay, bring it around. We got 5, 4. Okay, reverse the circle, the big circle. Remember, everybody's big circle is different. And 8, 7, 5, 3, and last one. And bring it down. Excellent. Okay. Now, I don't know which leg hurts more from that. So stretch both of them out. And we're ready. We're ready to do that other side. Okay. So I'm going to start. I move the chair. So now I have my other leg is on the outside. Okay. Chair is for balance to start. Okay. We don't lean on it until the end. Bring that leg out. Remember, this arm can be up there as this fly flying around. I don't know why it's following me here. Bring that arm up. It can be out, it can be forward, it can be on your hip, which you feel comfortable with keeping your balance. Lift that leg in the air and start with that little circle. Okay, bring it around. And 8, 7, 5, 3, and reverse. Little circle for 8, 7, 5. Okay, now reverse, but bigger circle. There you go. Up and around, up and around. We've got 5 more. And 4. Okay, reverse, big circle for 8, 7, 5, 3, and last one. Oh, one more just for a good. There you go. Okay, same leg. Bring forward 12 o'clock. Lift it. When I come back so you can see my foot. Little circle, any direction. Wherever you start, you gotta do the other one next. There we go. 5, 4, and reverse. Small circle for 8, 7, 5, 3, and reverse. Big circle. Big circle. Bring it up and around for 8, 7, 5, 3. Okay, reverse that big circle. And 8, 7, 5. Last one, and bring it around. Whoa, I need to stretch it out before I move on. Okay, let's turn and face the chair. Same leg. So this leg, this outside leg, same leg is here. Facing the chair. Start with that standing up. And we're going to start with just the lift for 8. Just lifting that leg. Toe is pointed. And we lift it. 6 o'clock. Hips are squared to that chair. Squared to that chair. So we're going to feel that booty. And 5, 3. Okay, lift that leg up. Point that toe. Add a little pulse with that leg lifted for 8, 6, 3, and last one. Keep it lifted. Now, I'm going to lean on that chair. Put those elbows on that chair. Okay, now my leg came up higher, right? Hips are still squared to the chair. Legs up higher. Start with that little circle with that leg lifted high for 8. And reverse for 8, 6, 3, and reverse, but big circle. Bring it around, up and around for 8, 7, 3, and reverse for 8. 3, and last one, and bring it down. Here we go, and bring it up. Excellent job, you guys. I don't know why, but I'm thinking that at the beginning I missed something. So shake that out. Give yourself a nice little stretch. Grab a drink. Okay, let's just set that chair to the side for now. And let's grab those light weights. Light weights. So I've got my light weights. I'm going to add a little arms in here. Now, I just have light weights, so you can use whatever you have. Okay, heels go together, that chest is lifted. Okay, palms are facing down. Now I'm gonna start here, bringing those arms up, shoulder height, knees come out wide, and then bring it back down and up. So my heels stay on the floor. My heels are together. Toes are slightly pointed out in my first position. My arms come up and back down. And we have 8. And 6. Okay, now I'm gonna come up right here. Hold it right here, if you can, okay? And we're just gonna add a small little pulse coming down, keeping those arms reached out. And we have 8, 6, 4, and hold, 90 degrees, okay? Bring it in and open. And we have 8, 7, 6, 4, 2, and last one. And I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna straighten my arms and my palms are gonna face up. Now, I'm gonna add that little pulse, keeping those arms reached out. I told you we didn't need very heavy weights. If you picked up heavy weights, you may wanna drop them and use no weights at all. Keep those arms reached out. And hold. And it's a curl. Keeping those arms lifted. Notice how high my arms are. They're not up here. They're right straight ahead, chest level. Extend and curl. And we have 8 and 7, 6, 5, 3, and last one. Reach it out. There we go. Now, we're going to bring it up, open, and curl. There we go. We got our arms at 90 degrees. Now, I'm going to come up on my toes and reach it up. Toes, heels. Toes, heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, and last one. There we go. Now, I'm going to bring my arms together because I know you're like, oh, please. I'm going to bring those arms together and I'm going to come down and up. There we go. My heels are back to the floor. And we have 8, 7, 6, 4, 2, and hold. Come up on those toes, up on those toes. There you go. Come down and up an inch, and up an inch. Small movement. I'm on my toes. Heels are pressed together. Now, remember, if you can't come up on your toes, you can stay on those heels and do the same thing. And if you ever need a break, you can just stop and shake it out, but try and work through the whole thing with me. Here we go. Let's start counting. And 8, 7, 5, and bring it down. Okay, nice and deep. Bring those knees in and out for 8, 7, 5, 3, and out. There we go. Now, I want you to bring those hips side to side. I want you to stay on those toes. Those knees are wide. This is called the club. We're going to the club. Hips come side to side for 8. So now, hopefully you got some rockin' music on. And 6, 5, 3, and last one. Hold it right there. There we go. We're gonna come down as deep as you can on those toes, and we're gonna hold it for 8, 6, 3, and last one. Heels come down and bring it up. Awesome job. Shake that out. Okay, my feet are gonna come out wide. Toes are slightly pointed out. Slightly pointed out. I'm going to double up my weights because my weights are light. If you have a heavier weight, then you only need 1. I want you to come down deep, and I want you to press it up. It's a little press. So now my feet are in second position, wide, slightly pointed out, and I'm pressing up with one arm. Now, if you have two heavier weights, you can just hold this weight right here on your thigh. But I doubled my weights up because I had two light weights. And 4, 3. Now, I'm going to come over at that diagonal. I'm going to come over. There you go. Over. And we have 8. 6, 4. Okay, last one. Come back to that shoulder. Now press. Press. It's like a twist and a punch. So you're punching and twisting for 8. 6, 4, 2, and last one, and hold it right there. Now, I'm going to go side to side on this lunge. Okay, side to side. So my feet were just slightly pointed out. Now I'm just going side to side. I still have these weights in this hand. Now remember, if you have one heavy or if you one light, or you have two lights, whatever you dropped. You may want to drop this weight if you had a second weight in that hand. Okay, now side to side, and I'm going to stop right here. So this hand I have the weights, this leg I'm straight. I'm going to reach and bring that elbow back. I'm still coming back over into my side lunge for 8 and 7, 5, 3. Now I'm going to put my palms together. That's why I would suggest to drop the other heavy weight if you had one, and reach it across. Reach for 8, 6, 3. Okay, we're going to put all that together. Elbow comes back, palms come in and reach. Elbow and reach. 6 more. You should feel this in that core. And 3. Last one. And reach. There we go. Now, I'm going to go side to side. Whew. I'm going to switch sides with those weights. And I'm going to stop right there in the middle. Place those weights in my other hand. Come down and press. Now, this is just a little press here for 8 and 7, 6, 4. Okay, we're going to bring it over and reach for 8, 6, 3. Okay, return those weights back to that shoulder and twist and punch. Twist and punch for 8, 6, 4. Okay, last one, and hold it there. Now, got these weights in the other hand, right? Side to side. This is where we're going to start. Ooh, it's getting warm in here now. Getting that heart rate up. Okay, now, the other hand's got the weights than we did the first time, right? And I'm going to stop on this side. So now, this leg is straight. I'm going to reach, elbow comes back. There we go. Elbow comes back for 8 and 7, 5, okay, palms come together and reach across. And we have 8, 6, 4, Okay, here we go, elbow, elbow. Put it together. And reach. 6 more. And 5. And 2. Last one. And reach. Here we go. We're going to stay here side to side. Now, I'm going to come back over to that first side. Here we go. So now this leg is straight. Okay, I'm going to add a little pulse. I'm going to stay here. Add a little pulse. Okay, I'm going to bring those arms to 90 degrees, with or without those weights, with or without. I'm going to add a little pulse with that bicep. Little bicep curl pulse. Side lunge for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Now, this leg, I want you to come up on that toe. Toe, now I want you to add that pulse again. Little pulse for 8, 6, 4, and hold. I want you to come down as deep as you can, and curl up, and curl. So it's a midway, and then curl all the way up for 8, 7, 5, 3, and last one. Awesome job. Now, I'm going to drop that heel down, and I'm going to come over to the other side. Here we go, side to side. And 8, 7, my arms are at 90 degrees. 3. Now, I'm going to come over to the other side. I'm going to stay there. Arms are at 90. I'm going to add that little pulse. And 8, 6, 3. Add that little pulse with that curl. Sorry about that. And last one. Here we go. Up on that toe. Up on this toe. Arms are at 90. Add that little pulse. Okay. With that lunge and that curl for 8, 6, 4, and hold it right there. Hold it right there. Come down as deep as you can. You're on that toe. Curl it up. Halfway, all the way up for 8, 6, 4, and last one, and bring it down. Heel comes down, come to the center. Double those weights up and bring them up. Bring it down. Now, elbows are going to stay in, chest is lifted. We're going to lower those weights behind that head for 8, 6, 4. Okay, all the way down. Add a little pulse just behind that head for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Now come up on those toes. Yes, toes for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Now we're going to add a little combo here. 3, 2, 1, and up. Trying to stay on those toes and up. 3, 2, press. 3, press. So I'm staying on those toes. If you have to, just drop down to those heels and it's okay. 4 more. 3, 2, and 3. Okay, last one. 3, 2, 1. Press it up. I'm going to bring it down. Heels come down and bring it back up. Woo! Okay, I'm going to drop those weights. Grab a drink. I don't know, it's a little hot in my house, which is good. That means we're getting that heart rate up. Okay. Now, a little air in here. Okay, so let's come. There's one thing, I know what I had to do. Okay, my arms with or without the light weights. It's completely up to you. But I feel like I missed this move at the very beginning. So I need to come back to it, and we'll just do it a second time on one side if we didn't do it. Okay, but this time I'm not going to use the chair. I'm going to bring one leg up to 90 degrees, and I'm going to bring my arms to 90, okay? Now, if you need the chair, you sure can use the chair, okay? But I'm going to just use my core for balance, and I'm going to bring that leg up. So my leg's at 90 degrees. So we're either going to repeat this again that we did it once, or we're going to make up for what I feel like I missed. I don't know. I'm going to have to check the video again. For 8 and 7, 5, 3. Okay, I want you to bring that leg all the way up. Arms are up, and I want you to add a little pulse to that leg, keeping that leg lifted. See, those arms are up shoulder height. Leg is lifted 90 degrees, and it's a pulse for 8, 6, and hold it. Now, if everybody could just come up another inch, keeping that balance for 8, 6, 4, and last one, bring it down. There we go. The other side, 90 degrees, and lift for 8, 6, 4. Okay, lift that leg up high. Arms are up, legs up. Little pulse. Keep it lifted for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Everybody come up another inch. You can do this. Hold it up there for 8, 6, 4, and last one, and bring it down. So we either doubled that or we made up for what we missed before. There you go. Cross that leg over. And the other one. Okay, now we're running towards the end. So I'm going to come down on the floor and finish with a little bit of core. Okay? So I'm going to come down, and I'm going to start right here. My feet are on the floor. Okay, hands are under those thighs. I'm going to lower myself back. My back is straight. My core is engaged, okay? And I'm going to start here, this feet on the floor, and I'm going to bring those arms up. I'm going to lower myself back. So it's a small little movement, trying to keep that back straight and that core engaged. And lower yourself back for 8, 7, 5, 3, and hold. Bring those feet up if you can. Only if you can, okay? Now, I'm going to put my palms together. I'm going to bring them side to side, keeping those legs lifted. Now, it's okay if your feet are here. It's still good. You're still working those obliques and that core for 8, and 7, and 5, and 3, and last one. Arms come back out, legs are up if you can, and I want you to hold it here. Hold this pose for 8, 6, 4, and last one. And I'm going to slowly roll it down. Legs are at 90. Here we go. Arms are up, and I'm going to crunch it up. Legs are at 90, and I'm reaching up to the sky for 8, and 7, 5, 3, and last one. Bring those elbows down, point those fingertips up, and then I'm going to tap that toe down, alternating sides for 8, 6, 4. Okay, now I'm going to build off this. You can stay here, or I'm going to extend, extend. So I'm going to extend that leg, bringing the other leg up to 90. Okay? Now, you can stay with that 90 and just tap that toe down to the floor, or extend for 8, and 7. You can also bring your palms down to the mat if you need to. And 4, 3. Now, I want you to hold it. Right leg out only straight. Left leg at 90. Hold this and add a little pulse with that foot coming up into the air for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Change sides. Left leg comes out, right leg's at 90. Add that little pulse for 8, 6, 4, and last one. Bring both those legs up to 90 degrees and then bring them both down. Palms come down to the floor. Lift those hips up and back down and lift for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 3. Now I want you to lift those hips up into the air and lift one leg with it. There we go. And add a little pulse for 8, 6, 4, and hold. Change sides. The other leg comes out. Those knees are lined up. Hips are raised. Add that little pulse. Squeeze in those glutes for 8, 6, 4, and last one. Foot comes down. Hips come down. Roll over to that belly. There you go. Now, I'm going to bring those arms forward, and I'm going to press those feet into the floor, squeezing those glutes, and I'm going to lift those arms up. Squeeze in those glutes. Press those feet into the floor, and hold it here for 8, 6. Now, lift those feet up and have a little swim for 8. And last one, palms come down. Great job, you guys. Unfortunately, I gotta wrap this up and we've gotta cool down and stretch. So I'm gonna roll back over to my back, knees come up, drop my knees to one side, my arms come out, nice and wide. Take that top foot, knee comes up, and then I'm gonna slowly lift that leg up into the air, reach into that hamstring, and just pull it just slightly and stretch that glute out. Okay, drop that foot down. Both those knees come to the other side, arms come out. Take that top leg, foot comes down on the floor, knee comes up. And then slowly lift it up. Reach into that hamstring. Give yourself a nice little stretch. There we go. Now, I'm going to roll myself up, okay? I'm going to come into my pretzel. I'm just going to lean forward slightly. Elbows on the floor, stretch that booty out one more time. And then the other side. And come forward. Okay, I'm going to sit it up. Bring one arm up, stretch out that tricep. And the other one. I'm going to bring those feet together. Arms come out. Thumbs come down. Arms come forward. And reach. Grab those feet. Oh, now my feet are cold. Nice little stretch. Open up those hips. I'm going to slowly bring it up on my feet. A nice big stretch up. And thank you very much, you guys. You guys were awesome. Thank you for coming. If you wanted to do this in person at the YMCA, we have a live class, well, in-person class at the Y, and I teach barre in the parking lot every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. in the parking lot. So you'll see us. We're the ones in the parking lot doing barre. So that's the YMCA in the Southern Branch of York. And you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you Saturday.